Just hours after a fiery speech by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Europe took one of its boldest actions yet against Russia's war economy.
Let's be honest. Europe must do more so its sanctions block enemies as effectively as American sanctions.
In the open waters of the Mediterranean, a Russian oil tanker was stopped, boarded, and seized. Here's what happened and why it matters. On January 22, 2026, the French Navy, backed by intelligence from the United Kingdom and other allies, intercepted an oil tanker suspected of being part of Russia's so-called shadow fleet. This operation took place in the Alboran Sea between southern Spain and northern Morocco, on the high seas and under international maritime law. French President Emmanuel Macron confirmed the seizure himself, saying the move was about one thing: cutting off the money that fuels Russia's war in Ukraine. This is not just another ship. This is the first time the West has seized a shadow fleet tanker loaded with Russian Arctic crude oil. The vessel, called Grinch, is a 22-year-old tanker, nearly 250 meters long, capable of carrying around 600,000 barrels of oil. It was loaded in Murmansk in Russia's Arctic region just days earlier. It sailed down the Norwegian coast, passed through the Strait of Gibraltar, and was intercepted almost immediately after entering the Mediterranean. French commandos used helicopters and navy boats. Masked soldiers boarded the ship. The tanker was then diverted for inspection as a judicial investigation was launched. Why this ship matters. Although it flew the flag of Comoros, a common flag of convenience, investigators believe this was a false flag operation. The ship shares identification numbers with another tanker already sanctioned by the US, EU, and UK. This is classic shadow fleet behavior: opaque ownership, poor insurance, and high-risk operations designed to evade sanctions. The big picture? Russia's shadow fleet is believed to include over 1,000 tankers, generating around $100 billion a year, money that directly funds the war. Now, here's the timing that caught global attention. On the very same day, at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Volodymyr Zelensky blasted Europe for moving too slowly. He accused leaders of being in what he called Greenland mode, waiting for the US to lead instead of acting. He demanded more sanctions, more seizures, and the complete dismantling of the shadow fleet. Hours later, France acted. Zelensky publicly thanked Macron, calling it exactly the kind of resolve Europe needs. What comes next? Russia has called similar actions piracy before, and retaliation is possible. Diplomatic pressure, economic countermeasures, or even increased naval posturing. But experts are clear, this is not a step towards World War III. It is a legal, targeted enforcement of sanctions, part of a long, ongoing economic war. What this seizure signals is a possible shift. Europe may no longer just talk about sanctions. It may start enforcing them, ship by ship. And for Moscow, that could change everything.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.